You got
Hello and welcome to the Cheese Grotto April Happy Hour. We are excited to be here and be celebrating spring that is coming in with some really great options in our box that are highlighting breakfast and brunch and celebrating those gatherings as they start to come out and people emerge from their homes and the ice age that maybe some people just experienced in the Northeast or wherever you are in the country. I know that's what I just experienced. So we're really excited to, walk through some really fun things that you can do with the box contents. Joining me here today, we have Carrie, who Carrie if you've watched any of our videos before, but yeah, she does a lot of great education for Cheese Grotto, and we have a special guest today, uh, Pepe from Pepe Saya Cultured Butter, which makes the lovely maple drench vanilla bean studded cultured butter that is in your kit, which will also be featured atop a Dutch baby pancake that Carrie is making. So yeah. Oh my gosh, is that it? Holy moly. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That's amazing. That was like perfect timing. Uh, but yeah, no, Pepe, thank you so much for being here. Love to, give you the floor for a little bit while we flourish this Dutch baby that Carrie just pulled out of the oven with your butter and maple syrup. And I know you're in Australia. You're in Australia right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. Well, I might show everyone around where I am at the moment and tell you about what we do. I'll just turn this camera around. Um, so right now I'm at Carriage Works Farmers Market in Sydney. This is our number one farmers market in Australia. We pretty much they sell like it's mainly to the reason we call it number one is because it has a charter and you have to be a producer, local producer or a farmer to actually get a stall here. And that's the Pepe Saya stall, which is where we where people can come and there's always a butter tasting on. So we have a permanent butter tasting on that's on from 8 till 1 p.m. where we have a big wheel of butter, cultured butter, and we put it on beautiful sourdough bread from Sonoma Bakery. And then people can come and buy all our wares, like everything we have. And of course, today's highlight is the maple butter, which is really extraordinary. I mean, the one we make in Lancaster is made exactly the same way as we make it here in Australia, but the ingredients are obviously different. So in Lancaster, the one you have there, we make it with butter from Amish farms. So the cream from Amish farms will churn. We add vanilla bean, and then we sink it into local maple syrup from Pennsylvania, from northern Pennsylvania. They're also Amish farms that make the maple syrup. So we're really lucky to get that. The one here in Australia, we actually use Canadian maple syrup because obviously Australia doesn't have any maple trees and it's imported in. Um, Now, what's magnificent about this product, I think, is that the 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 maple butter was we sort of created it during the pandemic, during the COVID pandemic, and we were doing pancake packs for everyone at home and sending it out with our butter, and then people were asking us for like flavored butters. What else can you do? Something fun, and we just I don't know why we decided. Do you know like I think the idea we sort of got it from labneh balls. You know how the Lebanese they put the labneh balls and they soak them inside of oil.
Hmm.
That was the concept behind it. Where okay, well, why can't you make um, cultured butter balls, roll them in vanilla bean, and then sink them in maple syrup? So we tried it first in honey, but honey's too thick, like it's really thick. But then when we did it in maple syrup, it was just the perfect combo. And you know, it's a fun thing. So you take a ball out and then you drizzle the maple syrup on top. But you know, for the aficionados out there, you want to cook your bacon in this. You know what I mean? You want to really go hard on this. That's what I do with my boys. We cook bacon. We cook our bacon in maple butter. So yeah,
Nice.
there you go.
We have some pancetta in our box actually, so
There you go. That's perfect.
yeah.
Perfect.
So people could definitely give that a shot. That's a great tip. I haven't even done that. Um, Amazing. Yeah, I'd love to hear more about like I feel like the way that you grew your business with the partnership with the Amish in Pennsylvania is really unique. I feel like that's not an everyday story that
Yeah,
and I'd love to hear, yeah, if you want to like talk a little bit about like how that got started because yeah, it's really amazing to
absolutely.
see
Yeah,
that
I'd love to
growth.
tell you about it. So we started, my wife and I, well, this is my wife here, Melissa. So Melissa and I, hi, say hi, Mel. So Mel and I started this company in 2009, and we started it because Australia was importing all its butter for restaurant service and fine dining and so on, and people that love butter from Europe. And we thought, well, hold on a sec. Australia has a lot of cows. Why aren't we making beautiful butter here? You know, a cultured butter. So we found that niche and we opened up and we started here. And then it grew significantly in the first 5, 6 years of its business. And then as it was growing, we were getting a bit of international recognition just by people that came to Australia, had it at the market, had it in a restaurant, had it on an airline, because we're served on Qantas, American Airways, out of Australia. Like if you catch United, American, Delta, they all have Pepe Saya in their first class, business class cabins. And we got a call from Texas, Central Markets in Texas. And when we started supplying into Texas, into Central Markets from Australia, but we were very cautious of the idea that, hey, you're sending butter from Australia to US, but US has cows. So we came back to the same principles that we had, that, hold on, there's cows in the US. There's cows in the US, and it might be a good idea to actually make the butter in America. So we started exploring that, and we went to the Fancy Food Show in New York in 2023, and we had a stand very similar to what you're seeing at the markets, like very wholesome sort of looking, and we had a sign up, handwritten sign saying, looking for a distributor and looking for a dairy partner. And word got around, and these Amish guys came up to us from the Pennsylvania stall, because they got given a stall by Pennsylvania, and they're going, yeah, we got 5,000 cows. Why don't you? Well, we can give you whatever you want. And we're like, no, we need somewhere to make it. Like, we need somewhere to actually make the butter. And they said, well, we've got farms. We can give you a space on our farm. And then, we found Euro USA as the distributing partner, and in Cleveland, and they were like, yeah, let's do it. And so that's how America came about. But I mean, our dream would be working with the Amish, because they understand handmade product, and everything we make here in Sydney is all handmade. So it's, the maple balls are all rolled by hand, and the butter's all packed by hand. We still pack everything by hand. So it's a match made in heaven. And then we met them in July of 2023. By March 24, we had our first butter out in the States. We launched in March 24. I think I met you in 24, didn't I?
Yes,
at
that's the
at
Euro
the Euro
USA.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, are you going this year? Sorry, not to go off topic, but are you going there this year?
I am planning to. Yeah, I feel like it's a
Oh,
really
good.
great way to check in with everyone and touch
Well,
base.
I'll be seeing you there, I'm sure.
Awesome. Yeah, how often do you come back to the States at this point?
I'm there 6 months of the year. I'm in the States. 6 months of the year, I'm here in Australia. So I'm Sydney based, and then travel around a lot. So I mean, Sydney is our HQ for Australia, and Pennsylvania or Philadelphia is our HQ for US. So I spend a lot of time in both. So it's a lot of fun, but it's very tiring.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Um,
Do you select the good weather months to divide up that 6 months?
Oh my God, yeah, we nearly got stuck in New York. We that Saturday, that the Sunday the storm hit. We flew out on the Saturday, and all the flights after us were all canceled. We were like, oh my God, imagine being stuck in that. It's crazy. But the weather in, if you know Lancaster County, the weather down in Lancaster in winter is really bleak. It's a bleak winter,
Mm.
if I can use that term. Yeah, crazy. I like.
but they're making the butter year round. It's yeah.
Yeah, we're making the butter year round. We're not we don't stop. It's still like the cows have got to be milked, the butter's got to be made. We got to get that out. Don't charge it. The Yeah, the team we have there is amazing. I think you met Brother Daniel up in the Cleveland show when I met you. I think, didn't you? Oh,
Yes. Yeah, he's great.
yeah,
He's great.
yeah. So he runs the operation there, and then obviously the Euro team. Wow, they're just incredible support, and they've had our back from day one. Like Duff, the owner, he's incredible. I couldn't say nicer things about him. Yeah, so we've been very lucky. But it just shows you when you meet the right people, it's all about people, isn't it? It's all about how we connect and meeting the right people, and then it just all comes together. Ask the universe, as they say.
Oh yeah. I'm very much of that mantra as well with my business. It's
Yeah,
like, especially when you're working at like a smaller scale of business,
exactly.
it's very much about finding like values driven partnerships and
Yeah,
relationships that
yeah,
will sustain
absolutely.
themselves. Yeah.
And I can't wait to see how we're going to grow. I mean, like now you can find Pepe Saya East Coast, West Coast, and if you saw the size of our operation, it's tiny. Like it's really. I'm very proud of what we've done with the Amish guys and Brother Daniel and Duff and everyone, and support like you. Like this is the second time you've had us in your box, which is pretty insane. Every time I hear the word cheese grotto, I get excited. I think, wow, just having us again. It's going to be great.
Oh,
I,
it's quality, and I think a lot of people haven't really had or really haven't explored cultured butter as much as they could.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the
agreed.
whole process of like making it into creme fraiche first and whipping it and it's just a
Yeah,
fun
it's a
while.
whole process. And I think once
Yeah.
people start, I think with all this health movement, we're finding so many people, so many emails coming through about, I've been told I should be eating cultured butter, not butter, because it's just so much better for you. And where we like the only thing we can do is explain how we make it. We can't give medical advice or health advice. But I mean, yeah, we think it's much better for you. I mean, I think it's so much better for you than having plain butter because it's got so much culture. The culture's alive. It's full of live culture, so it's great. Anyway, now I'm just plugging my wares now. That's not fair.
I
that's
mean,
why you're on. I love
yeah.
the shape of the butter. I mean, hand rolled. I anticipated it being like in a ball, and it's kind of like UFO shape.
Yeah. They're all different. Yeah, it is.
So
It
that's all
really is.
hand done?
That's all hand done. So
Okay.
all our butters, like even these ones, they're all hand packed. Um, like all every single one of them. Um, they're all hand packed in a round like ring that we use, and we put the foil in first, then the ball of butter, and then we close it, and we push down.
Okay.
So you can see how they come out like that. So yeah, they're all handmade, and we have no interest in getting a machine to make those. Hopefully, we'll just have more people needed. I don't know. Maybe with this world of AI, handmade products will have more value moving forward.
Kind of wonder, how about the butter sheets that you make for laminating dough?
Yeah, no, the butter sheets, we do two. We do one that's handmade, hand pressed in from cultured butter, and we make one that's not cultured, that is made on a machine, because we just can't laminate. You can't get the consistency of a butter sheet for laminating the dough without putting it through a whole process.
Okay.
It's crazy. But
Okay.
yeah, all those. And we're very honest about, like, if you go on our website, you can actually see the machine making the butter sheets. So we're very transparent.
And you also do like custom shaped butter?
We do. Oh my God.
Fun.
Yeah. We do, like, say someone has, like, you've done your research. Oh my God. So you've
It's on your website.
yeah, we get so many calls, like people getting married. We had one the other day, a couple called Hamish and Stella, and they wanted to have the butter, their name on the butter on the table, just in case you forgot whose wedding you were at. So we did that for them, and they actually looked spectacular. It was like a centerpiece on in front of every single plate on the table. So yeah, we do a lot of custom stuff. We like doing the custom. We find that's what's pretty amazing about what we can do, that we are handmade and we can do these things. But if you go to a lot of the companies out there and you ask for things to be handmade, they just can't do it because they're set up to make 10,000 units of this particular shape on this machine, and that's all we can do. So it's quite, yeah. So we're very lucky in that way that we carry that philosophy through.
Well, I have to share a bit of a story. My husband is sitting over there and he knows what I'm going to say. We're in Minnesota, and both of us are originally from Wisconsin, but we've been in Minnesota for over 30 years. And the Minnesota State Fair features every year Mary Kay.
Princess K.
Princess K of the Milky Way is voted in. They select a young farm lady for Princess K of the Milky Way, and she spends a lot of time in a cooler getting her visage carved in butter.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that. I love that. Butter carvings in the US are a big thing. Here, butter carvings are not a thing, but I think we should be making it a thing very soon.
You'd be a pioneer, sounds like.
Yeah, that's a great story. Oh my God.
You can tell them I've been to America. I've been on my journey for 6 months, and I've now brought this back.
Yeah, there you go. Here it is. We need to find someone in Wisconsin that'll carve butter for us. I think that's going to be the search, and we'll bring him down to Australia, and we'll do it at one of the big shows here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like someone who's like a top winner.
An artist?
Yeah, someone that just really knows how to carve up there in butter and knows,
they're experts in what they do.
Absolutely. And I think we'll have to bring it down here because I can't remember where I was, but it was in Wisconsin, and I saw a big there was like a butter, it was on display behind a glass thing in a cooler. A big cow. It was just beautiful, beautiful butter carving. So you see them a lot in the US, but never here. You don't see them here.
Well, they also carve things out of Spam here, so.
That's funny.
We do all kinds of fun things here.
Hey, it's hard to believe anyone's still eating that, but then again, we all grew up with it, right?
Minnesota also brags the Spam Museum is here in Minnesota.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
That's also like new to me. Like I grew up on the coast, and I feel like a spam museum is not something that is close by, like in San Francisco or anything. But
Yeah.
the regional charm.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Everybody's got to have that. But yeah, you might be the first one if you start carving butter. Or you certainly have the hands, the people that know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a skill. It's like ice carvings, you get
Mhm.
those butter carvers. I think we need to. I met one lady in Las Vegas at the big baking show
Oh, yeah.
last year, and she said
BDBA.
she could do some carving. So yeah, we were down there. We had a stand. So I think it'd be very interesting. No, on a serious note, to bring someone out to Australia to do a butter carving out here, like even in a place like this. In a market, imagine right there, like
Right?
here, have like someone carving the butter. It'd be amazing.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. People are
Yeah,
fascinated with that. I mean, if you had a cake decorator doing the same thing, people just love to watch.
exactly. Like anything you do where there's a little bit of hand action and show, like a little bit of Cirque du Soleil, as I like to call it.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
you you know what I mean? Like people run to it. Like here's Mel. We're putting all the butter on the bread. So
That's
it's like
perfect.
a lot of that just brings people in and they have a nibble while they're looking at browsing. Anyway.
Is there a particular bread that you use? I mean, like rye or wheat or
Yeah, so this is our bread for today. That's how much bread we'll go through on
wow.
today.
Oh my
So
word.
we have the beautiful miche loaf and we have the mini miche loaves because they're just easier to handle. And they're like a beautiful sourdough. So this company, they're called Sonoma. And what's interesting about them, they're named after the Sonoma region in San Francisco, like
Okay.
outside of San Francisco. Because
Wondering.
the owner, Andrew, he learned how to make bread with Chad Robertson at Tartine
Oh
at his
wow.
place in San Francisco. So when he learned, like I think it was like close to 30 years ago, he came back to Australia and he opened up Sonoma, and this is his signature loaf, which is called the miche loaf, and it's a
Oh,
sourdough. It's absolutely beautiful, and Chad comes out occasionally and works with them. So that's how we met Chad, because he came out to Sonoma and he was coming down to the markets every Saturday and hanging out here with us. So he's a great guy, Chad, he's amazing. Him and Liz, his partner Liz as well, was here. So yeah, so that's the story of Sonoma, and that's the bread we use. So yeah.
is there like when you're talking about the butter, etc., is there something it's kind of a stupid question, but is there a bread or a other food item that you say, no, that's not going to work? It'll diminish the flavor of the butter?
Yeah, I think that I mean for me when people come up and they go, what the first thing they say, oh, it's cultured butter. I've never had cultured butter before. What should I have it with? I always say, look, it's amazing on bread, but if you heat this butter up slightly, it's going to release those cultured flavors. So I say like fry an egg and
Mhm.
and it'll be absolutely perfect. Now, a lot of people, what they find, if they're used to making, say, a butter cake, and they don't want a cultured flavor, a bit more of because higher acidity, a bit more cheesy, they might not use it in like a pure butter cake if they want a sweet butter cake. But it makes
Okay.
beautiful icing. I mean,
Mm.
we use it for everything, but some people prefer to use plain unsalted, plain sweet variety butter that's not cultured.
Okay.
But this you can't go past the flavor that it gives you once you slightly heat it. So it's a good challenge. We might have to get you some butter out to you, so you can try it against, say, a plain sweet butter versus the same dish, a cultured butter, and see the difference in flavor.
A butter tasting. I'm all for that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
A
butter.
butter cook-off.
Sometimes I have bread with my butter.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, it could be fun for our subscribers too, even, if they have regular butter at home and they just receive, butter from you in our subscription or otherwise to do that little
Yeah, do a little
treat
tasting.
at
I
home.
was
Yeah.
just looking at these. These would be beautiful with some cultured butter straight
Oh
up.
yeah.
That they look fantastic,
Yeah.
organic. So, radishes and just things that, make it more palatable because a radish is beautiful, but you put it with a nice, creamy, salted butter. It's like, wow. Oh my God.
I
Yeah.
have not
Unbelievable.
done that, and I'm anxious to give that a shot when we have some that are ripe. Or
Yeah, well,
Oh
we'll
my
have to
God.
we'll have to get you out some. We'll have to get you out some salted butter. So yeah, we'll organize that. Easy.
Yes, amazing. Oh my God. I know, I love that. I love that as like it's such a simple like French like little hors d'oeuvre, the cultured butter,
Yeah.
the radish, like a fresh radish. But But yeah, oh my gosh, thank you for taking so much time to chat with us. This is such a treat to get a view into your Saturday market morning as
Yeah.
well in
Yeah,
Australia.
this is yeah, our Saturday mornings. Well, I hope you have a great time. Enjoy.
Thank you, thank you.
And
Yeah,
we'll and I'm hoping to see you in Cleveland.
yes, really soon. Yeah, it's coming up really soon, actually. I just realized that.
Well, thank you for having me, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Okay, awesome. We'll see you soon.
super nice to meet
Bye.
you.
Bye.
See you. Bye, bye, bye.
Yay.
That was fun.
It's so fun.
It's really nice I mean, especially being on the other side of the world and completely different day.
I know. It's so great. Um, okay, awesome. Why don't we get into the rest? We could be on the call with just Pepe the whole time. I could sense that. Um, yay. Okay, that Dutch baby looks like it got some nice time to really melt down the butter.
Yes, and that's kind of why I asked him that question if maybe this, but obviously I still have some butter left, so I'll try it not melted.
Yes, yes. No, it's amazing.
But it is like, yeah, the nutmeg and the cinnamon, it's just, oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have supper ready to go.
Breakfast for dinner. It's like
Yeah,
every kid's dream, right?
we used to
Uh,
do that on Fridays, every Friday.
I love that. Awesome. So yeah, you've got I'm gonna start making a little
Yeah,
on my screen. You'll see here I have Bloody Mary fixins, and basically going to be using the Bloody Mary olives here. Do that, which are really lovely and spiced like a Bloody Mary.
I forgot mine.
They're in a brine that's really awesome to include in a Bloody Mary itself. So I'm gonna be working on that on my screen here. And Carrie's got all the other fixins. You got Barely Buzzed, which is
Yep,
that's like really an American original in terms of like more flavored categories of cheese at the American Cheese Society. I know they've really made a lot of kind of like inroads into making like kind of like pioneering like new flavor combinations, which are like hard to do. But
they were. I mean, flavored cheeses and especially rubbed cheeses with, spices, herbs, were not a thing. They just were not seen in the country at American Cheese Society, and so that's a big step out,
yeah.
big leap of faith, I think, for the Ford family, and they've really developed it into some really very, very interesting cheeses for sure. Then people started being a little more adventuresome makers started being a little more adventuresome, and the flavored cheese category just absolutely skyrocketed. I think it was, yeah, it's one of the fastest growing category in cheese is flavored cheeses.
Yeah. I've just moved my setup to the other side here because my
Okay.
phone, oops, battery was dying. But yeah, so I'm gonna plug that in. I'll be right back in a second.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I was reading about this particular cheese and that they worked alongside dairy scientists and other cheesemakers, and they thought that it wasn't possible with like the acidity level
Yeah.
of espresso to like be able to create like a consistent product with it. And they basically had to like do a lot of development, like product development, because it's rubbed with espresso and like lavender oil. Um, and it was something, yeah, it's like that's what's really interesting about like that's why like I do encourage people who are like maybe not into flavored things to maybe get a little bit more adventurous with them because there is kind of like a science and an art to that as well, you know?
Yeah, totally. And it opens up your palate. Uh, it opens up my cooking for me. Because I'm also going to use the Barely Buzz shredded on top of the asparagus that I roasted wrapped in the pancetta and see how that comes together. It's fun to work with what you have, and that's what I find challenging about the boxes, is working with what's in the box to come up with new ideas, new tastes, treats, new combinations that you didn't expect. So I'm going to grab my shredder real quick and this would also, I mean, all three of these cheeses I think would be really fun with the Dutch baby. You know, it can go sweet, can go savory.
Yeah, totally. Like you could definitely make what would you do with the goat cheese and garlic scape pesto with the Dutch baby, do you think? Like what else we might add to it?
Yeah, I think I would just crumble it over top. Um, Depends on how, I haven't tasted it yet, how potent the garlic scapes are. Ooh, I got a lot of cheese on there. Oh, rats.
Oh no. Um,
Um, if it needs maybe a hit of something sweet or like a reduced balsamic, it really can lend a very sweet note also. But melting that on there, I was going to open that.
sorry.
That's all right.
We're done with that weird echo.
This container is kind of frightens me a little bit. It is so well sealed. I feel like it's the yogurt container at, elementary school lunch. But as soon as you attempt to open it, it's going to go all over the place. So I'm really curious, and that's a lot of garlic scapes.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
But
good. I actually I made some scrambled eggs. I had some of it yesterday and made some scrambled eggs with it and it was like perfect. Actually, like I love like an oniony flavor,
mhm.
especially with eggs. Um, it's like I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I went even harder because I put the scallions in there too. But like the garlic scapes like have like a garlicky, oniony quality to them.
Right, yeah. I'm kind of the same way. I wonder, I haven't tried baking it in. That would be interesting in the Dutch baby mixed in first. Sometimes when I've done that with cheese, the cheese just doesn't blend into the batter. But I think, and sinks to the bottom and burns. But I think that goat cheese would do really well blended in with the Dutch baby
Oh yeah. Yeah.
prior to baking.
Like incorporate. That would be actually really good.
Mhm.
That would be really good. Okay, I'm
And at
back.
that point, the recipe calls for 3 eggs. At that point, I might put in to ramp up that egginess.
Uh-huh.
I might put in another one, another
That's
egg.
Yeah, that would be so good.
So what about Mackenzie Creamery?
Yeah, I mean they are a small creamery, a goat creamery, based in Ohio. We actually made a cheese with them, a fresh chev,
Oh,
a few years back that was like rolled in rose petals. That was fun. We did like a little small run of that cheese. They really just they focus on fresh chev varieties, but they're also really focused on like biodiversity of their land and like land protection. So that's a lot of like the focus, the animals, maintaining the biodiversity of their property, and yeah, focusing on like fresh chev and like the different varieties. So yeah, it's like a small family run creamery, and they make a variety of different flavors. Chose the garlic scape because, well, spring, and the garlic scape is one springtime flavor that comes out of the garden and of it's very more prevalent, I feel, in the springtime in various dishes. So it's very spot on for any kind of like spring brunch gathering. Also, fresh chev and fresh goat cheese is going to be like one of the first things that's an indicator of spring. You're not really going to have any aged cheeses coming out that are made with the seasonal spring milk. Um, because a lot of like goats essentially they have more of a seasonality in the cycle. You could have goat milk cheese year round, and there are places that do that definitely, but usually there's like a cycle of kind of like almost rebirth that is mimicked in the cheese making process. So, um, the ladies will have a break during the winter, then they will have babies in the spring, and then the milk will start, and then you'll get fresh goat cheese is the first thing. So it's kind of a fun indicator of like the beginning of the seasonal cycle as well. So
it is extremely creamy.
yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I find too, like if you're not necessarily a goat cheese person, like having this kind of flavor pairing is really nice because like any kind of I feel like some people are very sensitive to like the potency of like there's kind of like a more peppery potency of goat milk cheeses. Uh, Sometimes it can be
Mhm.
like sometimes people like describe it as like a gamey flavor, but I honestly associate that more with like you can have very clean, creamy, like
Yeah.
lactic goat cheeses. It's kind of more associated with the way in which like has something to do with the production and how the proximity of the buck to the rest of the herd like actually will influence the flavor profile of the milk, which is really crazy. But
Well,
yeah,
also I mean, transport damages the milk.
yeah, agitates it. Yeah.
And so farmstead ones where they have their own animals, they have control from beginning to end. And even ladling it has to be such an incredibly gentle process.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm putting a little soy sauce, Worcestershire
Mm.
sauce,
I'm gonna add it up.
and hot sauce in my Bloody Mary here, and a little bit of lemon juice, and I got horseradish.
I love it.
But yeah, this is like I feel like I really like adding like I really like a lot of horseradish in a Bloody Mary. Like I like it to have a little bit more body to it. But I also think like these olives are really awesome for adding even like the brine of them to add like even more of a kick to the Bloody Mary itself.
Totally. So when you make your bloodies, is it I try to pretend that it's healthy and I use V8.
Oh yeah. Like yeah, vitamin C from the tomato. I actually, yeah, like there is something about it that makes me be like, this isn't really alcohol. Like it's actually like a meal. and it
It
like
is.
some alcohol in it. And like for somebody I'm actually not a huge drinker, which like I don't know if I should be admitting or not, like as somebody who's in cheese, but like
I don't
I
know if
think
that's
I know cheese isn't alcohol, but you know,
shock.
cheese is alcohol's best friend. Um,
All the confessions.
I know. Only like a few people will know if they watch this video, but yeah. Um, but yeah, like I feel like I can like with Bloody Marys, it's like a lot easier because it's just like, no, this is like a meal. Like I can like metabolize this, like, and it just has some vodka in it.
It's a happy meal.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm putting a little bit of lemon juice in there for some acidity. And then I'm gonna put some of this brine. If I can open the actual jar.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Oh yeah, baby. I did it.
And I put some of these orange slices in a glass of sparkling wine.
Oh my gosh, yes, I can't wait for you to showcase your cocktail glasses.
Yeah, it's I mean it takes a little bit of time to infuse, but it's definitely we'll call it a high-end mimosa.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you show it off in the like Dutch baby screen too? Oh yeah. Yeah, like how long would you recommend keeping it in there for?
Well, I would taste through it. I would taste as soon as you put it in, because that's when the wine is bubbly and at a chilled temperature. And then just sip through the glass and just notice how it changes.
Yeah.
Because we don't want that wine to get too warm and lose its bubbles. But it does kind of change through. I'm getting it's a little bit more of a orange peel, orange zest taste that's coming out. It'd be really fun with, oh, I wonder where I can find a couple of raspberries.
Oh, beautiful. So yeah, you can have it's kind of like a mimosa.
Yeah,
Actually, that would be nice if you had like a little, like if you had orange juice, you made a mimosa and then also put the orange in there.
yeah,
Slice in
yeah.
there.
Little decoration. I haven't tried one yet.
Oh, the orange slice?
Hmm.
Yeah, I really like all of their like Dardaman stuff.
Those are good, but even on the flavor of them, I can taste the rind more than the center of the out or center of the orange. The pith a little bit. Jessica, I might have company coming.
What, we have company coming, you said?
The
Or,
cat.
oh yeah.
Thankfully, I have my husband here to intercede.
So do you like doing salt on your rim for drinks? How do you feel?
Yeah, I do a combination of celery salt and cracked black pepper. So I like the black pepper.
Yum, that sounds really good. That sounds really good.
And then that bowl sits next to the stove for days on end, ready to season something else because you always have to make more than you need for your beverage.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't have celery salt, but that would be really good. I'm gonna do the black pepper thing though. Actually,
Do
that
you,
reminds me too. I want to put a little bit of black pepper in this drink. See if I can.
otherwise, do you usually do like just salt or what do you do?
Yeah, just salt. Yeah, like a kosher salt. But celery salt is like really the classic.
I think it came out of the fact that I didn't have any celery in the house one day, but I had celery salt. Go figure. Sometimes my pantry is like the wardrobe and the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah, you're just like, what is going on?
What's in here? What am I going to do? I think I'm going to put the olives in a little dish, though. I'm actually building a board on the slate tile
Oh,
from Home Depot.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like anything can be a surface for making a board.
And to be honest, there's a lot of pattern. It's very pretty tile.
Yeah, I am out of celery, so I'm putting a frond of fennel in here. It looks very vibrant on the screen, I have to say.
It looks like the best celery on the planet.
Yeah. The most robust. But
I served
yeah.
some of these up the other day when my friend came over, the Bloody Mary olives, and I was glad that I only served a few out of the jar.
Oh yeah, because
They disappeared.
yeah, gotta control. There, I love their flavored
Yeah.
olives. Like Davina's does a really good job at that. I'm gonna put some on a skewer in here too, so you get the full experience.
The tangerine and chili. It was tangerine and chili, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
That we had before.
good.
What a cool combo, huh?
I mean, it's just like, it's nice to think about like the kind of balance of sweet and like or like fruity and briny and savory.
What am I missing? Oh, the crackers. And yes, I also roasted some potatoes.
You always outdo yourself.
Well, it's supper.
True. Oh my God, it looks so nice already.
This is a breakfast for like, now we have to go out and do chores, right, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Time to work.
Plop them next to the pan because they're both hot. That is one nice thing about Slate also is it's very, very heat resistant. When we do our cheese making virtual classes, I use this Slate surface for my burner.
Oh, yeah, yeah, like your induction, like do you have like an induction burner?
Yep.
Yeah.
And still the body will get kind of hot. And if I'm putting together something that I have more hot dishes than I have pans and stuff or trivets or hot pads, I'll go get the slate tile. Those have a lot of seasoning on them. This is not good for the high blood pressure.
Oh, the what'd you put on the potato?
There's smoked paprika. Oh, I forgot the garlic. Oh, no, there is garlic in there, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and a bit of saffron.
Oh my God, I love Bloody Marys. I didn't put a huge amount of salt on the rim because I feel like sometimes when it's like too packed, I'm like, you just get a mouthful.
Yeah, I kind of in the same way. It's like I'm drinking salt. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, just kind of more like, little dusting of it, like on the top. Because this also has soy sauce in it, so
I haven't thought to put soy sauce in Bloodies. That's a good idea. I do Worcester.
yeah. Yeah, I got the recipe as mostly from I was telling you, Kenji Lopez Alt, who that used to write for Serious Eats, and now he has like a New York Times column. But I put more horseradish in it than he does for sure. I feel like yeah, I like my Bloody Marys like a little bit thicker, like a little more like body to them.
Yeah.
A little bit more bite. And then I did find that like adding this brine really was awesome. Like it like added some like depth to it because it's got
Well, it's got a kick.
yeah, totally. And it's got, all of the aligned spices for Bloody Mary, but it has horseradish in it, it has lemon juice. It also has pickled garlic in it, so you're getting
Oh,
like an additional kind of like garlicky kick too, which you don't get from all the other ingredients. So I actually do like this putting the fennel in there because it like adds a little bit of that flavor to it too.
as I told you, you're gonna make a new drink.
You know, I'm such a professional bartender. But yeah, it's good.
What am I forgetting? The crackers, the olives, the oranges.
The pancetta.
Yes, the pancetta is wrapped around the.
So did you just bake? Did you bake it? Those
Yep.
originally?
I wrapped actually I have a little hole right here, so I'll get some more pancetta. No.
Uh-oh.
The cat's begging for a treat.
Watch out. You usually get what they want.
Yeah, if they weren't so cute. So I just wrapped the asparagus in the pancetta. I thought about pre-cooking the pancetta because sometimes I do that with bacon because it takes longer than the asparagus to cook.
Yeah.
But this is very thin. So they cooked really great at the same time.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what's nice about pancetta. It's kind of like a more delicate bacon, basically.
And so I just wrapped them. They went into the same oven, 400 for with the Dutch baby. And so they were cooking at the same time, and then the potatoes went in there. And just olive oil, salt, and pepper on them.
Yeah, I love everything too from La Quercia. It's like just really good quality. Like you don't really have to do much.
No, I love the capicolo from them. Now, this is an unusual format for pancetta, isn't it?
Like not around.
Or cubed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's appreciating the actual cut.
Yeah,
Um,
well, it looks
Sometimes like I feel kind of sad when I just see it all like chopped up and pre-chopped in a container. I feel like because then you only have kind of like one application, which okay, of course, like if you're making like pasta with
right.
pancetta in it, that's delicious. Or like, but I feel like this is treating it more like yeah, like it has like a little bit more versatility, I think, like in terms of how you could use it.
Okay, so maybe tomorrow I'll save some to cook in Pepe Saya's maple butter like he suggested.
Oh my God, please do. Please do. And I hope people watch this video so that they actually know that there is a secret that we didn't tell anyone about.
Yeah.
Which is you shall make fried pancetta in maple butter.
Yeah.
Come on, that's everyone's dream. Like,
Yeah, I think so. It's my dream.
yeah. Um, so pretty.
Can't wait to dig into the Dutch baby. Had to throw on some raspberries there just for color.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's gonna be so good. I gotta make one. We got a recipe on the website now, so you can do this as well. It's the latest blog post on the website, so you can do this all weekend long.
Well, our weekend's supposed to be rainy, so
Yeah, 10 Dutch babies, here we come. Yeah,
it's research.
it is. Yeah.
100%.
Whenever you cook. No, it looks great.
Wouldn't this be just a beautiful brunch spread? You can keep adding piles of fresh fruit, more asparagus for sure. New potatoes. Think spring. Well, the folks that they should also be getting an email that has a link to the bio or the blog about the Dutch baby.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, yeah, they should have gotten one already, right?
Yep.
Yeah. No, that is great. I'm gonna land the spotlight on here.
Look, the whole thing comes right out, and then Pan's ready for it to make another one. It's a well-seasoned cast iron.
Oh my God, it's so pretty.
I didn't do powdered sugar. I should have done powdered sugar. Like I said at the top of the video, I'm in Minnesota, and I'm like, I need something to, growing
Yeah.
to decorate with. And there's nothing right now.
No, yeah, not even like an herb.
I have a sad little amaryllis from Christmas.
Oh, that's cool. That's the
No, there might be a
only
couple
thing.
chives out there that are about an inch tall. That's
What
it.
about rosemary? I feel like sometimes rosemary survives.
No, no, not outside.
Oh, I'm talking as a Northern California person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hedges in California. Hedges of rosemary.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went there, and I'm like, I am so jealous. This is insane. Hedges of rosemary. I just run my hands along it and then rub it, like perfume. It's so weird.
It's so nice. I took it for granted. Like growing up, I didn't even like realize it was all around me. And then
Yeah.
whenever I go back, I'm like, what? Wow, wait, this is also rosemary? Like it's like everywhere. Yeah.
I have come back, and actually some of the photos that I have taken for Cheese Grotto have eucalyptus,
Oh, nice.
and I don't think I thieved rosemary that time, but I have done that in my suitcase from California.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah, there's like there's really beautiful bay leaves, like bay trees
Yeah.
in California, like around where I'm from, San Francisco, like if you go to Marin, um beautiful wild like just like bay trees everywhere.
They
And it's
probably consider them a weed.
yeah, maybe. I mean, they're like when like we go, there's this mountain, Mount Tam.
Mhm.
There's a cheese named after Mount Tam, from Cowgirl Creamery, which is the triple cream, but it's also a mountain, and it's like they're just everywhere. It's like they're gorgeous, like, and
Are they aromatic?
they
Just walking
are
among them? Okay.
they are, yeah, and like some of them have like they like kind of grow out like a grove almost, like
Okay.
and it's like there's almost sometimes like these little ecosystems, and like it's like moss and like like that grows like in the inside, which is like looks so different, like inside all of the different tree uh
Cool.
trunks that are coming out of the ground, and but then it's like completely dry all around it, but it just like creates this little mossy ecosystem. It's really pretty.
Oh, neat. That is
Yeah,
super cool.
I recommend if you haven't been to Mount Tam, you should do it at some point. It's like you could spend days just like exploring it, and it's like so heavenly, like actually heavenly. Like once you get to a certain height, it's like you're in the clouds, and it's just like so
Oh, wow.
beautiful. Yeah. But
Oh, that sounds perfect.
Yeah. We all need to go there right now.
Great, let's all go. Book.
Yeah.
Book your hotel. Book your flight.
Yeah. Soon. But
Here comes the Cheese Grotto tour.
oh my gosh. Yeah. Or maybe with the cheese grotto detox where we like all go into the woods together.
Yeah.
Like just eat cheese and have communal experiences with nature.
Right. And with animals, woodland creatures.
Yeah. Definitely. And whenever I can, connect with woodland creatures, I am ready to do that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I hope everyone has a great weekend and I hope that you enjoy the box and that you do everything that we did plus some, plus frying pancetta and maple butter.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
and yeah, and hopefully, we'll see you next month. We're gonna have a box that's featuring some really great cheeses, also, that are merged for spring or a nod to spring, but also for Mother's Day. So there's gonna be, yeah, some really lovely flavors and pairings in that as well. So that'll be released soon on the website. Yeah, as a gift subscription too.
Okay. It's a good gift.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I was gonna show you guys. I just got this in the mail. It's the Culture Made in America. So this is a really fun magazine if you want it, like this particular subscription to, or this particular
Issue.
issue. Thank you. I had too much of the Bloody Mary already.
You had one sip.
That's all it takes for me. But yeah, it goes into some really great backstory about like a lot of American producers, like certain ones that we highlight as well. And it's, I mean, there's a lot to learn about what everybody's doing in the States right now and what kind of journeys they've been on to get where they are to make all these really interesting cheeses. But there's one page where Pepe Saya.
A whole page. Okay, wow. Nice.
So you can check that out too. But yeah, I was leafing through it. It just came in the mail and I was leafing through it and
You cannot mistake that label. It is so distinctive.
Very powerful profile of Pepe.
Yes.
But
He was a joy. I'm glad he could make it.
so much energy, so much. He's got the right energy for it, for sure. But yeah, thanks again, and we'll see you really soon. And have a happy, lovely spring.
Bye.